Hello there. So this little amp, the 5-watt Tweed that I have, it's really a Princeton circuit, 5F to A to be technical. And it is a great little amp. It sounds good. But I got some comments on one of my videos that I should try it out with an extension cabinet. So I've been thinking about that for a while, and let's do that. And I have a 10-inch speaker in the white cabinet, and I have a 12-inch Eminence Cannabis Rex speaker in this other cabinet. So I will test the amp with those speakers today, and hopefully it will add some bonus to the amp. I think the amp as it is, when you listen to it in the room, it is a bit boxy. You might not pick that up from the close-up mic, but I'm adding also a room mic, blend it with the close-up mic, and you'll get a better understanding of how the amp sounds in the room. Yeah, so I'll start with the 8-inch and let's listen to how that sounds. Okay, internal speaker coming up. Yeah, it sounds rather good, this amp, doesn't it? Even with that internal 8-inch speaker. A bit boxy here in the room, but I can live with it. It's fine, and I love that Tweed breakup that it has. I noticed that if I dig very hard into the strings, and especially on the bridge pickup, it sounds like it's about to explode, but or it really gets that crackling sound. A bit too much, I think. So I'm very curious if these other two speakers now will help that. I don't suspect it will be any louder, but maybe it will get a bit more headroom, meaning that it doesn't get into that area when you dig into the strings. Let's try the 10-inch speaker first. I could really hear the difference here. It's opening up, and it doesn't sound that boxy anymore in the room. It has pushing more air, I guess, and the bigger speaker sounds great. I love the character of that speaker. I've been using it with my Princeton reverb amp mostly, and I love it for that, and it also shines here, I think. But it still has, if I dig very hard into the strings and again, especially on the bridge pickup, I can hear that it struggles a bit, or that it gets too, it's like it's breaking up too much, I think. Hard to explain. But it sounded really good to me, and I love it. But let's move on to the 12-inch and see what that brings. Wow, I'm quite impressed. It's, well, I have to say first that this speaker is the Eminence Cannabis Rex, and it has a hemp cone, and it is known to have a bit of a mellow, dark character, and I can hear that. So I tried to push the treble a bit on the amp, and that helped a bit, but still it is a bit dark. So I'm guessing that a different kind of speaker, 12-inch, would be better for that amp. But I don't have one that I could test with right now, but I would say that a different kind of speaker would be better for it. But I loved it also with the 12-inch, even with the Cannabis Rex here. It now I can really dig into the strings, and it doesn't get into that harsh breakup area. So I think that maybe the 12-inch will be my favorite, but I would love to test it with a different kind of 12-inch. So that's my next thing that I will do with this amp. So thank you to those of you that have asked me to test it with an extension cabinet. That was really good advice. I love it even more now with using it with these cabinets. I have to mention that my amp has an output already in there for an external speaker. My brother has the same amp, but his amp doesn't have this output for an external speaker. So if you have an amp like that and you would like to test it, you would have to make an output for an external speaker, of course. And I'm sure you will figure out how to do that, or get someone to help you doing that. All right, that's it for me today. I hope it is useful for you if you consider one of these amps or have one similar. I guess 5 watts or low wattage amps in general will gain from trying it out with an extension cabinet. Bye for now.